Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out RuneScape Dragonwilds on the Steam Deck. This is a brand new survival game set in the RuneScape universe with crafting, combat, and settlement building in a harsh open world. But while the idea sounds cool, performance is, well, kind of a dragon-sized mess. We'll cover how it runs on both the OLED and LCD models, controller support, battery life, and whether it's worth picking up right now. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Now, Dragonwilds throws you into a hostile environment with the classic RuneScape vibe, but in a more modern survival format. You gather resources, craft gear, build up settlements, and try not to get crushed by the next massive beast that shows up. There is an offline mode and online play via Epic Games. Yeah, really that Epic Games, I'm not sure how that happened. And you can create your own world or join others. It's ambitious, no doubt, but the execution, that's where things get shaky. Now, performance on the Steam Deck is rough to say the least. On the lowest possible settings with FSR set to either auto, balanced, or even performance, the game even has support for frame generation, and let me tell you, you don't want to turn that shit on, especially with this low frame rate. You'll get around 30 FPS at best, but the frame rate drops hard when you're looking ahead, and when there's more stuff to render on the screen, it might go down to even 22-23 FPS most of the time. Now, weirdly, tilting the camera more top-down can speed it back up to 60 FPS in some areas, but it is very inconsistent. And why I say that? Because you'll be picking a lot of stuff from the ground, so you will be looking at more from a top-down perspective, but that doesn't make it very playable. Now, the FSR implementation doesn't help much either. Not sure what version of FSR it is, but the image remains muddy, and dropping quality just makes it worse without a noticeable FPS gain. It is pretty disappointing considering how basic the visuals of this game are. Now, battery life on the deck clocks in at around 2 hours and 30 minutes regardless of what you tweak and what settings you choose. The game pushes the hardware enough that you won't squeeze much more out of it, and that's on the OLED. On the LCD, you're looking at around an hour and 30 minutes tops. Now, thermals are surprisingly decent, the deck doesn't overheat and fan noise is reasonable, but the stuttering and FPS dips are what really break immersion more than any heat or noise ever could. Now, there is controller support, but it is buggy. You'll frequently run into issues where UI navigation just stops working. For example, you can scroll right in a crafting menu but not back left. Some items are completely unreachable unless you use the trackpad as a mouse, which then shifts the control to keyboard and mouse mode. It's a frustrating experience, especially on a handheld. Oh, and your offline save is local only. So if you have a PC and a Steam Deck, and if you start playing on the Steam Deck, you are not actually able to pick up on the same world on PC later. You will have to create a different world, or you have to transfer the save manually. So that is pretty disappointing. So a quick break. If you're enjoying this Steam Deck coverage of Dragonwilds, consider subscribing. Right now, more people are rage quitting Dragonwilds UI than are subscribed to this channel. Actually, 3.8% of you are subscribed. Help fix that by smashing the button. It really helps out a lot, and I appreciate everybody that does it. Now, it seems the issue is not only Steam Deck related. I tested this game on my RTX 3070 PC, and it struggles to hold 60 FPS on anything but the lowest settings. The performance is poor, controller support is broken in key areas, and there's potential here, especially if you're a RuneScape fan, but it needs major optimization and polish. It is possible that this game can be a competitor to games like Valheim, but for now, I'd steer clear, especially if you're planning to play this on the Steam Deck. Unless you're super curious and very patient, this is an early access game, and they mean it. It is full of bugs, and you're gonna be beta testing, and you have to pay the price for that. So I wouldn't recommend playing it on the Steam Deck right now. Now that's it for this one. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Steam Deck review and impressions. Let me know in the comments what you want to see next, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.